Undefeated WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the world, introducing Felix Tito Trinidad. Introducing Ferocious Fernando Vargas.
5-year age difference. Trinidad still young. Vargas, in Trinidad's words, a baby.
Let's go to work. Let's go.
Trinidad has been down in the early rounds all 6 times. He got up to win. Vargas lands a left jab against an off-balance Trinidad.
Then you got to back it up, though.
Big left hook by Trinidad, and Vargas is stunned. Vargas is stunned and down.
He didn't take the full count. He got up too quickly.
Sensational left hook.
Trinidad can't go to the rail. He's not playing around now.
Second knockdown for Trinidad. He's the one who said it would be a quick, dominant knockout performance. This is not what any expert expected.
You okay?
Here's what Felix said he'd do. No 3 knockdown rule in effect.
Vargas is starting to stand the first time he run into some adversity.
Vargas kind of pushes Trinidad away.
In a crisis situation here,
This is an unusual situation.
the quickness of Vargas's hands.
Of Trinidad's hands.
Finisher in his weight class. He didn't finish Vargas off, and I don't know why.
Well, and suddenly Vargas is down twice in the first minute and a half of the fight. All the talk about how Trinidad goes down early. Felix Trinidad with an early 2 knockdown statement.
And Vargas goes to a neutral corner. Never been in the ring with somebody as deadly and quick as Tito.
Big left hooks doing the damage for Trinidad in round 1, despite being down twice. And now Vargas tries.
It's going to take a couple of rounds if it goes there for Vargas to get his balance back.
Another left hand lands flush for Trinidad, and Vargas is stunned again. Vargas having trouble.
Of Trinidad, so he has to try to get inside his range a little bit.
No. He's ready to take off on you and go.
Some of us really expected Vargas to be at angles.
Vargas is looking to work on that eye to take advantage of it and attack. These are the things that your corner has to look at.
And there's the uppercut.
Out of the way of those punches. How he does it, you don't know.
Right hand lands for Trinidad.
Vargas is going to have to throw that right hand before he hooks Trinidad, because you don't want to be hooking. You just can't stand in front of him and not do anything. He will fight you till the end. He has the battle in the reach. Throw that jab. Don't be afraid to jab.
When he was totally stunned by the 2 vicious left hooks. No longer does Vargas wobble every time Trinidad hits him upstairs. Vargas was reaching for an uppercut.
Vargas' corner told him to go with the uppercuts, but you just can't bring it on. Get set. You don't want to be in front of a guy like that. He's in position. You don't want to work on a man's eye. You want to work on the fight.
Left hook to the body is a major weapon for both fighters.
You want to throw your right hand before you throw your
Something wrong with Trinidad's right eye.
And now Vargas sees a chance and bangs away with the left.
It appears to me,
Couple around and get his legs back under him. That's what he should be doing.
There was a brutal body shot by Trinidad as he came out with the jab in the first round, and that's what set up the power punching display.
He's got to jab and make Trinidad bend down and then throw the uppercut.
The young fighter seems to have gotten his feet under him. He takes a low blow to at least interrupt that momentum. Here's a look at the low blow.
Oh, that's right there on the kind of the side of the hip. That hurts.
Now Fernando wants to come out and fight.
I really think it was Fernando Vargas who had the momentum going.
Third round comes to a close.
you can see there that jab working himself into the fight.
And George,
You got to give him 2 extra points.
and down goes Tito on a big left hook.
Whatever the score of the fight was before, it just changed.
Here comes Trinidad to try to follow up.
Trinidad in trouble. He wasn't going to let him off the hook. He got another low blow.
Second foul of the fight for Trinidad.
Right now, Jim, it's a 3-point round for Vargas.
So here they come. Round 4 continues.
That's what you want him to do. Spread that leg.
Good left hook by Vargas.
He's got Trinidad boxing.
And there's a big left hook upstairs by Vargas.
To reel a right hand off on you.
Vargas popping his jab whenever Trinidad steps into range.
He's not getting hit with the kind of clean punches he was early in the fight.
Yet elusive. He's in front of Trinidad, and he's been taking too many punches.
Oh, good right hand by Vargas. Yeah, and he's starting to abandon his left jab, which he shouldn't have done.
Since then, he's been slugging. Sure, that's what Fernando would prefer.
No, well, let him say it. We can't do it.
Okay.
He's an American.
Trinidad is having a little trouble with his right eye.
Young fighters don't like to clinch. Vargas is doing it.
Interrupting Trinidad's assault. Trinidad missing with the jab.
Still again with a guy on the ball of his right foot.
And he takes a left hand as a result of it. Like what he was able to do against Cuarte.
Is that he's sprinting too early. Trinidad.
Big right hand by Vargas.
Throw your combination, step to the side. And Vargas has established his body punching now.
Vargas much more effective at range right now. This is a dominant round. He was moving away early in the round. Elects to trade with Trinidad and gets the better of him for the moment. What a round. Here's the knockdown, Larry.
There's the left hand that knocked Tito down.
First two rounds by CompuBox numbers. Trinidad landed 37 punches, only 19 for Vargas.
You can get him because he's not ready to punch you back. He's back on the right foot now.
Vargas stops the Trinidad left with a left of his own.
A swelling now outside that right eye.
Going in a circle away from him.
Right hand lands for Trinidad.
I don't know if it was a thumb because there are no thumbs on these gloves, Jim, but it was a glove, the edge of the glove.
Caught Trinidad flush on the cheek.
It almost looked as if a big right hand by Trinidad hit Vargas in the neck.
That throws Trinidad off because he knows then he may get hit.
And he was born and raised in Oxnard, California.
There you are.
Hard right hand by Trinidad.
Into the right eye of Trinidad.
Almost as though he heard you in the last round. Begins to go back to his jab. Now Vargas starts to get his jab going. And double left hook. Trinidad making a comeback now in round 6 after having been thoroughly dominated in 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, Jim, amazing. 55-55, 3 rounds apiece. Tito Trinidad definitely cool.
Felix backing straight up. Takes another left hook.
You have him in. Oh, he jabs to the body.
Left hook to the body by Vargas. Trinidad with a long right hand that wobbles.
He's actually boxing Vargas.
Vargas with a left to the body.
You got to understand that these latter rounds belong to Trinidad. You got to box him.
Another low blow. And there's the punch, which was right along the belt line, but the way Vargas reacted, and another point deduction against Trinidad. So that's 2 points deducted. You look at the 3 low blows so far. Straight punches by Trinidad right up the middle. They dab to the ribs.
Right here, it's toughness of Vargas. Again, there was a little bit of a low blow. He sensed, as you said, George.
In the first minute and a half of the bout, but survived.
Down the exchanges, he's beating him to the punch and he's rattling him. He's got his heart, he's got his power.
And punishment he took in the last round. So now it's Trinidad's right eye that's swelling. Vargas's left eye. And they stand and trade again.
This is the strength of both fighters going at each other.
That right side hurt from that left hook.
And there's another one by Vargas. And this time he doubles the left hook upstairs.
Vargas is getting really brave now, throwing uppercuts.
He does with passion, commitment, pride, and absolute determination all the time. Uppercut attempt by Vargas. It was promised as a macho battle, and it's been all...
Good left to the body by Vargas. Now get out of the way, he should be doing now.
Trinidad with bigger power when they go face to face.
Trinidad has been in this position in the latter rounds before. Right side now, I'm telling you.
Folks, that's
low. That was low.
10 seconds left in the round now. They come down the stretch of the round.
You want to make sure you throw uppercut, you're in the middle of the ring.
A right hand from distance momentarily wobbles Vargas. Another combination. Trinidad missing with 2 rights.
when Felix Trinidad won the round, but lost the point on a low blow.
Now, Trinidad has definitely had the edge in power. Championship rounds traditionally have belonged to Felix Trinidad. He's hammering Vargas here.
Oh, that left hook to the body by Trinidad.
And it's all there is to it.
A Letterman memo to Jay Nady.
He knows it hurt him too.
Excellent.
There it is again.
Vargas was on the belt line. We're not going to back away. I'm not the kind of fighter who'll run. I'll stand with him. I'll trade with him. I'll stay with him all the way. That's what Vargas does as he comes down the stretch in round 9.
That shouldn't be a promoter talking.
Vargas took some heavy shots there.
They both landed 32 punches by CompuBox estimation, and 54 of the total 64 were power shots.
3 rounds to go.
Harold, both rounds were very close.
I have it even.
Vargas grabs and holds. Another big right hand by Trinidad. Vargas in trouble.
He's got a Bex jab. When Vargas hit him with a jab, nothing happens. But when Trinidad lands one jab, Trinidad has been in these positions before, and he comes right down the middle with that right hand.
Big left hook by Vargas. Freezes him with a hard right hand to the jaw. We lose a decision in Vegas.
Oh, to the body goes Trinidad with left hook.
You're looking at another extremely close fight tonight. And a 1-point deduction for Vargas. Remember, there have already been 2-point deductions.
That's not a good thing to do.
Do you want to guess that Don was saying Vargas is throwing low punches too?
He probably was, and then
another left to the body by Vargas, and make his punching power the big advantage again.
and sometimes you got to be careful. You see how he hits him with a jab?
And here we are with a minute to go.
One of the judges for this fight, Glenn Hamada.
That's what you want, Trinidad. You want to back him away. Make him back up. Make him back up.
And another left to the body by Vargas.
Well, let me tell you, I didn't see anything low.
Little short with that.
His corner's always done well with the swelling. He hasn't blown his nose as...
The director of the Nevada State Athletic Commission was 2 seats away. Meanwhile, they're still busting each other face to face in the ring. As
One more round, Tito. We gotta get that water. This is when you breathe.
Fernando Vargas has bitten off more than he can chew.
4, 1 even, 103, 100. Jim, there's no question, out of the last 4 rounds, Tito Trinidad has released 3.
Down goes Vargas on a big left hook. And up he gets in 2 seconds. Fernando Vargas must score a knockout or he's lost this fight. Down goes Fernando again.
3, 4, 5,
He's seriously hurt.
6,
He doesn't
7,
have his wits
okay?
about him.
8, you sure?
He can't see Trinidad.
He's about to get knocked out. Fernando trying to survive.
He's a veteran.
And that'll do it. The third right hand, the third knockdown of the round. A huge victory for Tito Trinidad.
He closes the show like the champion he is. What a fight.
What a fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 1 minute, 33 seconds in round number 12. He's the winner by way of knockout. He is still undefeated. Felix Tito Trinidad.